Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
It's finally time for the main event here in 2025. Away we go. It's Super Bowl 59. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Play one, and Prescott to the air. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Mixon diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So they brought the extra break in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, look at the juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Losing the 2 on 2nd down.
And that's right here early on, and it'll take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long for Prescott. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. I think the defensively, you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they routed too quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Burrow getting this into the hands of Higgins.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready.
for the start of the second quarter.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
It's caught. Smith. Traquan Smith. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
On second down, here's Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down. Burrow looking to pass. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
On fourth down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And some room to work. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there, and a 1st.
Well, you don't become a 2-time rushing champion in this league without being able to shed some tackles, and Ezekiel Elliott does just that on this latest run.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great effort there. 26 yards.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying
this Super Bowl. Point after try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They go play action with Burrow. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Micah Parsons,
the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he will find his man Chase complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
11.
Oh, look at this play call. And a loose football. And the Cowboys have recovered. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
A first down carry by Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down about the 39. And a stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
A They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
On one, right?
2nd and 7 from the 20.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for the Bengals in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more side half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burrow?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. Touchdown Bengals. Tyler Boyd. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Coming on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What are we good?
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bengals will extend their third quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he's got room. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown. Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. 84 yards.
And the Cowboys miss it.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
DeMarcus Lawrence. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
All right, ready?
Here's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
His second touchdown of the Super Bowl.
And the Bengals are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive.
He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Prescott on first down. Throw left side complete. Brad Smith. And they work this well upfield across the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter.
On first and 10, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
Man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
That's caught again by Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sam Hubbard in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealer, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
Those sacks have only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
We're in the golden high tops as well.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
51 yards.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
2-point try forthcoming. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches, the yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Here we go. They'll come up now on second and a yard.
11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
On 1, ready?
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Chase, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He completes it to Boyd.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Here we go.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to drop that one free.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals trying, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now Dak. That's complete to Lamb.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Daxton Hill puts it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
And this is caught inside the 5. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 4 yards on the touchdown ground.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Joe Burrow.
That's caught one more time by Boyd.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here we go. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Here we go with Burrow. That's complete right around the 8. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 3rd and 1, Burrow looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists a Lombardi trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.